Number 3 tells us to write a rule for the line that contains the points 0, 1/4, and 2 1/2, 2 3/4. So we need to look from the x to the y and see what happens and then check for a pattern. So from 0 to 1/4, it looks like we added a fourth. So let's see if that works with this as well. So 2 1/2 plus a fourth. So you have to change a half to a fourth. So 2 2/4 plus a fourth is 2 3/4, and that's what that is. So that looks like it's our pattern or our rule. I like to always start my rules with y is, and it looks like our y is 1/4 greater than x. There's other ways you could write that. X plus a fourth equals y, or any other way you can think to write it that way. Now we're going to do 2 more points on this line, and then we're going to draw the line here. So it just has to follow this rule, so it could be anything. I'm going to do 1. So 1 plus a fourth is 1 1/4, and I'm going to do 2 3/4 plus a fourth is 3. So write those in coordinate pair form. Okay, so let's do our point 0, 1/4, and it looks like it's counting by 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to 1, so it's fourths. So that would be 0, 1/4. Now let's do 2 1/2, 2 1/4, 2 2/4, which is the same as 2 1/2, and then up to 2 1/4, 2 2/4, 2 3/4. And so that, now we got to do B and C. So 1 1 1/4. And it's up to you which ones you do as long as they fit the rule. 2 3/4 up to 3. And that's point C and that's point B. And grab a straight edge of some kind. I'm going to use this paper. Line up all your points and draw a line through them. Make sure that it's got arrows to show that it goes on in those directions, and we don't need to label it because it doesn't tell us what it's called. B, write a rule for a line that is parallel to line BC, which would be this, and goes through points 1, 2, and a fourth. So I'm going to put that on here, 1, 2, and a fourth. So it's going to be parallel with this line and go through this. So I have a feeling it's going to be above it and parallel, which makes me think that it's going to be an addition or subtraction rule, because that's what we learned about those patterns, is they create parallel lines that the more you add, the higher it goes, or the less you add, or the more you subtract, the lower it goes. So if this has to be an addition or subtraction rule and it's going to be above it, I bet we're going to be adding more than a fourth. So we'll say y is, and we'll find out. So let's see, what happened from 1 to 2 1/4? Well, we went up by 1 1/4, so we could say y is 1 1/4 greater than x. And looking at these two rules, I know they'll be parallel because they're both addition rules. So, and I don't think we have to draw it. You can if you want. There's my straight edge. Really, you need 2 points to make a line, so I'm going to do another one. 2 and then 1 1/4 greater than that would be 3 1/4. And it turns out it is parallel. There we go.